Hey you guys, let's get into a quick little energy update for the week ahead, just so that you understand what to sort of expect as of right now and kind of leading up into some of the transits that are coming up this week. I've been doing a lot of cleaning around my space and kind of like preparing for like upcoming videos later on this month. I am a little bit on a hiatus, but I thought that I would do like a quick little energy update. If you hear rain outside, it's been raining the past couple of days. It's actually picking up right now. So it might, yeah, it's just getting a little bit stormy. Perfect for this energy, to be honest. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into some of the messages in regards to the energy and just kind of what to look out for and things like that. All right, we have one card that flew out. Two of Wands. The Two of Wands does represent progression, forward movement, change, desire, passion, a lot of intense energy. Five of Cups card here. There could be a lot of external things that are also happening on one hand, but you definitely want to stay in a space where you're able to harness this energy in the proper way so that you can move it along, move things forward, and really get into a space of intention and things of that nature. Now, starting off, I do want to talk about the fact that, of course, here with the Two of Wands, this is choices, options, decisions. As you can see, there's two wands here. They both represent fire energy. So right now, the moon is in Sagittarius as of the time that I'm uploading this video. And we also have Mars moving into the sign of Leo, preparing to station retrograde throughout the month. And so with Mars and Leo, the energy can become very dynamic in regards to like the intensity or the drive, the power and the will to sort of enact a certain level of expectation within yourself. Mars in Leo is really good for creativity, expression, of course. Like I explained in a past video, I have Mercury in Leo, so a lot of what I do and a lot of how I create things, is done through a level of expression and things of that nature. So you definitely want to stay in a space where you're most connected with like your inner self and your inner desire, things like that, because there is sort of a need to just kind of stay present within yourself and to have that drive in order to move things along, because as of today and then until about the 7th or 8th, really until the 10th, to be honest, Mars is going to go opposite Pluto in Capricorn. Mars is already opposite Pluto in Capricorn as far as I'm concerned, and it's been opposite Pluto in Capricorn. So with Mars now in Leo opposite Pluto in Capricorn, the dynamics or the struggle in regards to like the power plays and things of that nature. Three of Coins card here, Queen of Coins. This is all earth energy. So Pluto in Capricorn in comparison to the opposition to Mars in Leo is kind of the space that you want to stay in regards to like how to navigate this energy. With Mars and Leo, there is a tendency to obviously like have a level of pride and like control and, you know, just a need to just kind of forcefully say what you want to say, kind of make a point. Mars and Leo is, like I said, it's a very pinpointed energy delivering a particular result, but because it's opposite Pluto and Capricorn is all about the proper structure in order to initiate things in a way that is getting something accomplished, if you will. Pluto and Capricorn, because Pluto is so dynamic, especially considering that we're in Scorpio season. Pluto rules over Scorpio, but it's in Capricorn. So a lot of this energy is about really truly understanding how to enact a bit of structure in your life in comparison to the external things that are going on externally to you that are causing disruption in your life. So there could be like, you know, for me personally, it's been very much this energy where I've just been like very much doing my own thing and like working on myself, you know, staying consistent, going to the gym still. I've actually, I take that back. I actually closed down my gym membership because Jupiter is retrograde in Gemini in my 6th house of health, Virgo energy, which is all about like routine and structure and things like that. And because it's retrograde, I've decided to just kind of like get some gym equipment for my house. And we also have a gym in my garage, but I don't like to work out in there. I haven't wanted to work out in there because it's so hot, or it was. I mean, it's been, honestly. And I live in, you know, the South in Texas. It's very humid sometimes. And so I just would personally rather work out like in a, you know, air-conditioned place and feel comfortable and not do it like straight up outside in our garage, which it's a nice gym, but at the same time, like, I don't know, like I have a certain level of expectation within myself when it comes to like what I know that I like in comparison to like what I'm just willing to do just because, you know what I mean? So anyway, I say all that to say this is that, you know, you definitely want to stay in a space where you have some level of integrity, structure, and stability within yourself and your life and the direction that you're taking, because this energy is definitely going to get a bit erratic and a bit all over the place, and you could find others in a space where the tendency is to disrupt your peace or your happiness or the things that you're involved in, relationships, connections, things of that nature. We do have the 10 of Cups card here with the Ace of Cups, which is very beautiful. The more that you can stay like on a high frequency or on a high level of thinking, the better off that you will be in comparison to like external things that are a bit disruptive and throwing things off in a particular way. And you definitely want to stay connected with like, you know, just maintaining a level of higher understanding for yourself in regards to this energy so that you're not thrown off by opinions and things like that. We do have the 5 of Coins card here, which is, you know, definitely walking away, leaving some people out in the cold, not really connecting and like, I don't want to say disassociating, that's definitely not it, but definitely like staying in a space where you're most true to yourself so that you can stay in a creative space, basically, so that you can do the thing that is actually bringing some result into your life in a way that is structured in a particular way. Not that you should have routines and things like that. Definitely listen to your intuition, listen to your guidance systems, listen to your gut instincts, listen to the vibration within yourself. Like if something or someone is kind of making you feel like uncomfortable in some way, shape, or form, definitely walk away, leave that energy out in the cold, and just stay focused on the intention that you have for yourself in regards to the efforts that you should be making moving forward. And a huge part of that is because we do have, and I know a lot of people haven't really talked about this, we do have Neptune, which is in Pisces, going direct on November the 7th. So right around that time as well, we will have the moon enter into Pisces because the moon is in Sagittarius right now, which is very adventurous and very like big picture thinking. It's all about like thinking about like big picture stuff, long-term plans, shooting the arrow into the future and like working towards that direction. And so with Neptune going direct in Pisces, this is a really good time to just kind of tap into your intuition and have a bit of a, you know, spiritual connection to something that, yeah, the little fish, Page of Cups. So with the Page of Cups card here, good luck charm, good omens, you know, definitely staying in a space where, oh, Pisces energy right here with the Hangman, hello. So things are going to work out as long as you believe that they're going to work out. Like if you stay in a space, I think I posted this on my Instagram, where it's like, if you see obstacles, like you're going to get bad things, right? If you see things as like happening in a bad way, then your mind and your energy and your frequency is just going to create that. And this is especially particular right now, not a space that you want to be in where you're like seeing things as obstacles, because it could very much be a disruptive time right now where you could feel like, oh, there's this pressure and there's these things that are coming at me and they're like coming from top down and making me feel like I can't move forward, where it's like, no, actually, if you just go within and you drive the energy forward from an internal place, inward and outward, then you can create through that energy in a much better way, like in a much profound way. Because once Neptune goes direct, which it's been retrograde in Pisces, things definitely open up, and then the moon will be in Pisces. So the moon is in Sagittarius, and then it'll enter into Capricorn, and then Aquarius, and then Pisces. But yeah, there's some work that needs to be done here throughout the week in order to get to that point where you're like, okay, definitely freed from the past kind of vibe. So yeah, don't let yourself stay in a space where you feel like confused, you know, afraid of like, you know, what's coming next and things like that. As you can see, there's like literally all earth energy here. Page of Coins, 8 of Coins, the Empress, which represents Taurus and Libra energy, which is Venus energy. Venus rules over Taurus and Libra, which is relationships, connections, and things like that. The Knight of Pentacles, again, more earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And if you stay in a space where you're like committed to like a goal and you can work with this energy in the right way, you won't end up at this energy with the 2 of Swords card here. You will more so like leave people feeling confused, like about how did you do that kind of vibe. So 7 of Cups, again, things very much up in the air, kind of coming from all kinds of different places. 2 of Wands card here, not necessarily sure like how to particularly like harness the energy in a certain way where you're like, okay, well, I don't really know if, do I make this choice, this action? Like, how do I how do I make this happen, and things like that. Like, stay in a space where you're centered and then drive the energy forward. Like, put it out. Like, look people directly in the eyes. Obviously, I mean, hello, you guys can't see me, but like, that's pretty much what I do. Like, when I'm out in public and somebody's acting stupid, like, I just stare at them in their eyes. Most of the time, people don't act stupid towards me, and like, they're not really necessarily like trying me, but there are some of those people sometimes that just are, they're just, that's just who they are. And like 9 times out of 10, when I just directly stare them in the eyes and just kind of like look at them as if they've lost their effing mind, they typically stop. And I always make them feel more stupid than they're trying to, make me feel. Yeah, so just stay in a space where you're like, obviously like committing to the bit, do it for the plot, even if you need to. 3 of Wands, there's better days coming. Obviously, like with the Mars square Pluto energy, it is very erratic. It's very fucking like all over the place. People are going to be trying you from all kinds of different angles. But as long as you can stay in a space where you're being true to yourself, loving yourself, doing what's best for you. We do have the Lovers card here, which is Gemini energy. Don't overthink the process. Don't try to be too logical with like the plans and the ideas. Again, with Neptune going direct in Pisces, it is very much kind of like you just kind of have to have a little bit of luck in a sense. You kind of have to like, even if you're afraid of something and then you do it, you're like, oh, actually that turned out like way better than I thought. Or, I was so worked up about this thing happening and, just kind of gave it to God or the universe or however things worked out for me in the best way possible. Actually, with the Ace of Cups card here being, an energy of like blessings and love and like growth, experience. Basically, it's like if you go through some level of experience, once you come out of it, you're like, oh, okay, like I actually learned something. And everybody has to go through that sometimes in their own specific way. Like, not everybody just comes equipped with like some book of, well, not that people do come equipped with a book of like information regarding your life, but astrology very much can be that. Astrology very much is a way to understand how to navigate this energy, when to pull away, when to direct the energy in a particular way. For me personally, I've definitely been taking some time out and will still continue to, because of the Mars in Leo, square Pluto and Capricorn in my first house of self. Because I have Pluto and Capricorn in my first house because I'm a Capricorn rising. But yeah, you just definitely don't want to, get involved with external things that are happening in a certain way. You can stay in a space where you're being true to yourself, and that's the best thing to do, because you take your power back and you're able to wield your power and become magnetic. That is driven by the act or the force that is driving you towards different outcomes coming up later on, which I'm not going to talk about. But there is a lot of energy to definitely look forward to in regards to growth and expansion and change and things like that, and like an evolutionary process that is taking place. Obviously, even too on a collective scale, there's a lot going on, which, you just kind of have to sit back a little bit and, watch how things play out and things like that. You know what I mean? And stay true to yourself and know how to work with this energy in a way that is not affecting you and not affecting the people that you care about. All right, you guys. So I hope that this helped you. I'll be back soon, I guess, around the 10th, definitely, for sure. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day, and yeah.